Hello there folks, my name is Spoonks, and a while back I made a video about the movie Abigail and how it struggled to make some money at the box office and what that meant for the future of original films in theaters. It's a good thing that video aged poorly, because have you seen the numbers of the box office? Woo boy, they're strong. Yeah, the box office is in a good place right now. Dare I say we're in a bit of a winning streak, as ever since late January, a number of movies have not only overperformed, but they've become solid box office hits, which is really impressive when you consider that a large majority of them have been original and non-franchise movies, because typically, especially during this time of the year, what really gets the box office going are franchise movies or sequels, you know. But this year, the only major franchise movie was Scream 7. Everything else has been an original or a non-franchise movie. The only thing that comes close to a franchise movie are movies based off of books, and we all know moviegoers don't read books, so those don't count. And this all started with two of the most unlikely movies to start something like this. Send Help is a Sam Raimi movie about two people stuck on an island, released by 20th Century Studios. And I guess Disney had enough confidence in this movie to release it in theaters, as this studio has really only been used to revive old franchises. Anything else would get dumped onto Hulu 2 years ago and trend for a couple days. So it's a miracle this thing even got a theatrical release, and it actually paid off. And then there's Iron Lung, which on paper sound like the easiest slam dunk imaginable. It's a horror movie directed by one of the most beloved and acclaimed YouTubers on the internet, making a movie based off of a very popular horror indie game, and yet no one in Hollywood wanted to distribute it. A24 picked up Raka Raka, Neon picked up Chris Stuckman, and nobody wanted Markiplier. That sounded a lot meaner saying that out loud, I do apologize. So Mark had to pretty much distribute and promote the movie entirely on his own, and I cannot imagine how hard that must have been, my goodness. But even that was able to pay itself off, as the movie became quite the sleeper hit at the time and was the talk of the town for a while. But it doesn't stop there. I saw so many people claiming that Wuthering Heights was doomed to fail after that first weekend, and yet that stuck around. Goat was able to defy the odds for an original animated movie when it first came out. Reminders of him as of late has been doing really well. Hoppers pretty much revived the Pixar name after Elio crashed and burned for being not just really, really good, but also really, really bonkers. And then there's the drama, which not only had to compete against the Super Mario Galaxy movie, but it also had to suffer from its own premise, dealing with such mature and heavy topics that many deemed would absolutely crush this movie's box office performances. And yet it made its entire budget back in one weekend despite those issues. And then there's Project Hail Mary, which was the type of movie people were complaining about a couple years ago. It's too long, it's too expensive, not to mention the whole Fall Guy fiasco. We don't need to bring that up again. Not only that, it had all those things to worry about, plus the fact that it was a movie about Ryan Gosling being stuck in a spaceship with a rock creature. Is anyone really gonna see that? Oh my god! Yeah, the year's off to a great start in terms of the box office. As I showed earlier, this was the best first quarter of the decade since 2023, and that pretty much relied a lot on franchise movies. So the fact that this year was able to not really rely on those types of movies is a really strong achievement, if I do say so myself, because it does showcase that audiences are willing to go see other movies if they're willing and interested enough to. And I think that's what really drove the box office to these highs. It's a really strong slate of movies. Not only are these movies good, but they're catering to different audiences and are really fascinating to check them out at the movie theater. This is honestly one of the most diversified slate of movies I've seen in a while, and seeing them being rewarded with strong box office numbers is really spectacular to see, and word of mouth is really carrying these movies. These movies have each had strong legs, and they're not cannibalizing each other, so they're able to coexist. So this does really give me hope that the future of the box office and movies is really strong, and makes me very happy to see. So let's all savor and cherish this moment, everyone. because come this time in the summer, it's back to the status quo. Franchises and sequels, baby! Now, I'm not saying that you can't be excited for some franchises or sequels. I mean, come on, we're getting the Odyssey and Spider-Man within 2 weeks. That's gonna be real good. But it is gonna feel like, back to the drawing board when the box office is really just topped with sequels and franchises, especially coming off the success of this first quarter, really, and how refreshing it has all felt. And also, there's going to be some dummies who don't really go to the movies and see those summer box office numbers and go, oh, Hollywood just makes sequels and franchise movies. When are they going to do other types of movies? Where were you during the first time of the year? So I'll end things with this. During your double feature of the He-Man reboot and the sixth scary movie, come on, you all know you're gonna do that, maybe consider checking out some other movies that are out this summer, like Disclosure Day, or The End of Oak Street, or, I don't know, The Sheep Detectives. Hey, come on, that looks cute. And go see some other movies that interest you that aren't just sequels and franchises, because if we can keep this trend going, I think we're going to get a lot more of these strong, solid movies in the future. So yeah, box office is at a really good place right now. Really good movies are making a lot of money, and we gotta just keep it that way. So again, keep that momentum going, go see some other movies, and just, have fun, everybody. I guess I'll just end it right there. And now I leave the rest of the discussion to the rest of you. What are your thoughts on the state of the box office right now? Are you happy with how well movies are performing right now? Are you optimistic about the future of the box office right now? And what are your thoughts on the upcoming summer movie season? Comment down below and let me know. If you like this video, hit the like button. If you like this channel, hit the subscribe button. Follow me on all those social media links right there. And until next time, everyone, stay sharp.